Hi, I'm Georgina Kylo, and I'm popping in here to introduce you to therapeutic yoga for back care. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy this short presentation. Welcome. I'm talking to you from a little town in British Columbia, Canada, called Sycamus. It is a beautiful community on the Shuswap Lakes, and I own and operate a tiny little studio there called the Anchored Heart. I am welcoming you to this free little introduction for a workshop on back care. My passion. Yoga has been my passion for quite some time now. And my mission for my yoga that I offer is to help individuals feel stronger mentally, physically, through the gentle therapeutic yoga practice. A little bit about my story. I do know firsthand the challenges of feeling that emotional and physical fatigue. I've experienced how a gentle yoga practice can bring in the much needed healing and also transformation. I'm able to share my own experiences with you that I have overcome. That's not to say that I've overcome everything. I do still live with depression, and this comes and goes with ebbs and flow. I choose to say live with instead of struggle, and I continue to live with the way I need to heal. And yoga and meditation awareness is a big part of that. So, what is yoga therapy? Yoga therapy, from the definition of the yoga college that I went to for my therapeutic yoga training at Ajna Yoga Studios in Victoria, BC. The definition is yoga therapy is a holistic approach to health and well being. It includes mindful breathing, gentle and supportive yoga postures, anatomy, education, and meditation. As a therapeutic yoga teacher, I am trained to work with clients who are experiencing injury, illness, and mental health issues. Rather than a diagnosis or a treatment of medical conditions, I have been educated to use evidence based tools and techniques of yoga. And this is to cultivate an integration of the body, the mind, and the spirit. Let's talk about why we're here today. This is an introduction to back care yoga. Did you know that back pain is the second most common cause of doctor visits between the ages of 45 and under? And it's the leading cause of disability, which is surprising because that's a very young age. We all tend to have irritations with our back, even above that age, of course. The most common treatment of back pain used uh, on the day of your injury is bed rest. But doctors also recommend gentle activity and exercises. They also recommend gentle activity on the same day that this back pain episode may have occurred. Why yoga? Why is yoga so effective on helping with back pain? Studies of hatha yoga and back pain show that gentle core strengthening and spinal flexibility exercises can significantly reduce the reoccurrence of back pain. In recent studies, yoga has shown to be comparable to physical therapy. Gentle therapeutic yoga is especially healing, dealing with chronic pain and discomfort. If you have attended a yoga class, you will always hear this word connection. And this is a connection between the body and the breath. The beauty of yoga is that it teaches people to use their breath as a bridge to connect to the sensations of their physical body. The main key is supporting someone with back pain is to connect them back to their breath and awareness of their body. So that is where we are going to work on that in the workshop. We're going to support you if you're experiencing the back pain into connecting into your breath and the awareness of your body. We come to awareness through relaxation, breathing, imagery, and gentle exercises. You can begin to find out what a pain-free range of motion feels like. And you will also begin to reconnect with your physical body in a kind and positive way. What causes our back pain? Well, each person is different, and we are also different in how we feel pain and how we deal with pain. There are so many different causes for back pain, including a myriad of skeletal dysfunctions and muscle strain issues. Now let's talk about you. Beautiful you. In this therapeutic yoga class, I ask you to meet your body where you are today. So there are three principles I'm going to introduce to you of yoga therapy. Let's go there now and start with the first principle. The three guiding principles. The first one is rest. The second one is recovery. And the third is repair. Principle one is rest. Stop, slow down, and rest. We don't hear that too often, do we? With the guidance from the breath, you can start to listen deeply to the messages in your body and mind. You'll be able to practice open observation and curiosity. A few things we use in yoga therapies and tools for rest is the posture of constructive rest. We use pranayama, which is our breath, and restorative yoga. For example, when you would put your legs up on a chair, have a nice pillow behind your blanket, and maybe even covering yourself up with a blanket. Principle two. Principle two is recovery. With safety in mind, the use of gentle and pain-free range of movement. These are exercises that will nourish the joints, replenish the injured area, along with your nervous system. Yoga therapy tools and postures we use for recovery. We use supported postures and a pain-free and mindful range of motion in each posture we're using. It is slow and mindful movements. For example, on a slow-mo ball, which is a smaller type of Pilates ball that you blow up with air. Pranayama, again, your breath, and meditation. Principle three, repair. Our motto in therapeutic yoga is no pain, no pain. This is very different from what you would have heard, especially if you did very active exercises aerobically, where you would hear no pain, no gain. On repair, we continue to focus on alignment and integrity of the affected joint or area. We want to gently strengthen and lengthen around the injury of focus and remembering we only work at a 60 to 70% effort. So effortless effort. And honestly, sometimes we work lower. Sometimes it's 50%, sometimes maybe it's 20%. And that's okay because we're meeting our body where it is today. Repair. It takes time. I can't stress that enough. It takes time to repair. The tools we use for repair are yoga poses that create integrity and strength and release of tension in the injured area. We will begin with easier postures that build up the strength and endurance slowly and mindfully with the breath awareness. Recovery from an injury is an ongoing process. It doesn't run as a linear process. You may have heard of, you're going to take 2 steps forward and 4 steps backwards. Sometimes repairing an injury that you've experienced can feel this way. Often, the recovery and repair phases, however, can happen simultaneously. Today, we will look at your feet. Did you know that there is such an importance in your feet? A strong base of support of the feet helps support a healthy spine. Problems with feet, such as the flat feet you may have heard of, or plantar fasciitis, can show up as back pain. Those with flat feet or lower arches tend to have misaligned knees, hips, and ultimately back pain. So, the importance of our feet is also important for a healthy spine. So, as we look on this picture of these adorable baby feet, you'll notice that there's space between the toes. They have the gentle arch. And over time, of course, as we age, we do lose a little bit of that flexibility in the feet. So let's move on and see what else we're going to learn in our back care workshop. Many years ago, I took a bartending course. And in that bartending course, I had my instructor who would say, "What is your other hand doing?" Because you always wanted to be busy with both hands when you're serving at a bar. I don't do that anymore. I went into yoga. So let's get to the point of what are your feet doing? We want to support our roots, which is connecting to our feet. Some of the ways we will do this in the workshop is ball rolling. So you can use a tennis ball or a spiky massage ball or those little pink balls that you can buy at the dollar stores. And we will also connect to the 4 corners of the feet. We do this by lifting up the toes and noticing how we can root down through the big toe mound. This is especially important for our balance. And we will also go through some other foot exercises that will help for those of you who are experiencing low arches or flat feet. Yoga is a beautiful way to align and release. When we work through these postures for a length of time, especially if you follow a back care yoga series for a length of time, you will begin to experience relief and releasing of pain in the low back, any pain that you may experience in the deep hip or the front of the groin. You will experience relief and release of the pain in the front thigh or the side of the thigh. And it will help in any kind of issues that you're working on, especially the SI joint, so the sacroiliac joints, and also with restricted breathing. We can find this release by a regular practice of this gentle therapeutic yoga. We are coming close to the end of this presentation, so thank you for hanging in here. And I want to just let you know today or any time that I guide you in a therapeutic yoga session, I will be asking myself, what is my intention of the movement I am offering? I want to make sure that I'm meeting you where you are at in your body. Sometimes, of course, this is challenging online, but I'm open to you sending me messages after the class, and I can get back to you with any kind of feedback that you would require on making this a little bit more comfortable or healing for you in your individual body. Now, what do I ask of you? In return, all I ask of you is to respect on how you meet your physical and well body. A few things you can ask yourself when you're coming in and out of postures is, am I being kind? Am I being true to myself in this moment? And is it necessary? So many times we will push ourselves because we want to see if we can go a little further. But stopping and coming back and just really noticing and becoming aware of how you're feeling mentally and physically. Thank you so much for watching this presentation that introduces you to therapeutic yoga with me, Georgina. If you have any questions, you can email me at hello@georginakailoyoga.com. You can find out a little bit more about what I offer on my website, which is georginakailoyoga.com. Let's now do some yoga together. If you have signed up for a workshop, you will receive a link in the Facebook page or email that you have registered on or have popped in and asked to attend. If you have any questions, please send me a message in any way that you feel comfortable. And I look forward to meeting you and having a little bit of time to yoga together. Namaste.